To the point. Uh, Hello, my name is Clifton Brantley. I am a licensed marriage and family therapist in the state of Texas. I'm laughing because so well, I got on here to do a very serious video, kinda. Well, I didn't determine if it was gonna be serious or not, but I mean, typically when I get on here, I got on here to do a serious video. I don't know if I'm loud enough. I don't have my headphones on, but I came on here to share something with you. So I'm still thinking about my previous podcast on people pleasing, right? So so I'm gonna just give you a little bit about what's been going on in my life, kind of in the behind the scenes part, right? So with with the pandemic and the change of like this influx of everybody wants to be a coach now. Um, and I'm really talking about the era, like the era of you know motivational speaker. I guess motivational speakers been around, but like coaching and online courses and stuff like that. So when the pandemic happened, found this guy to follow, and he talked about creating courses. I'm like, oh, cool. Okay, I can do that. I can serve people better doing courses. So that happened, kind of fell off. Fast forward to this year, 2 years after the pandemic, and meet this guy, Myron Golden, learn a lot of stuff. Okay, man, now I see how I can take my business and grow it while serving more people, right? I can serve a bigger audience of couples. That means helping more marriages. So in the process of that, so as a therapist, I typically would go to an office. So have an office. It looks a certain way. My degrees would be on the wall. You have a couch, typical couch like a therapist. I keep raising this up and down because I don't know if you guys can hear me. Because sometimes I watch the videos and the sound is great. Sometimes it's too low. Today I didn't check it, so you're gonna get what you get. Hopefully you hear it. So anyway, that's how the office would look. I dress nice, decent, or whatever. So then when I started to focus on wanting to be this coach, right? So I know I'm a therapist, but I wanted to be a coach. And when I'm talking about coach, meaning like basically online. So starting this YouTube channel, well, not this because I guess I'm on Facebook now, but this online thing where I'm doing videos and teaching and sharing or whatever. So then you start getting the opinions of everybody, professionals, the people who are actually doing it, colleagues, and then just lay folks, spouses, siblings, children, everybody. So here's the thing. Uh, some people say, and some of this I agree with, but I'm making the point. So some people say, when you do your videos, you gotta wow them. And then some people say, well, just be yourself and be consistent. Some people say you gotta dress professional, like you need to wear suit and tie. And then some people say, well, as long as you look decent. And so you're trying to be what all of these people want you to be. Why? Because you don't know, like this is a new area for you. So how what's going to make people listen? What's going to make the video go viral? What's going to get the most likes and most shares? And um, today, where I am is I've decided to be Clifton. What does that mean? That means so sometimes I stumble over my words. I got some kind of speech, something. Sometimes I stumble over my words. Sometimes I forget what I'm saying live right on camera. Sometimes I dress really nice. Sometimes I wear hoodies. I feel like I still look nice, right? But I may not look like the professional that some folk would like. Sometimes I use a teleprompter and I read my notes. Sometimes I have my notes on the desk. Sometimes I forget my notes. Sometimes I try to make a joke and I'm corny. And sometimes I'm just on point. A lot of times when I quote the Bible, I'll quote a paraphrase as opposed to line by line, So they say you got to be a master at this and you got to be a master at that. And what I realize, even if I agree with mastery, it don't happen overnight. But here's where I've settled. I can only be me. And what I realize is this, or at least this is what I believe. It may not be true. Like, number one, well, let me just say what I'll say. So this is what I believe. The people who are for me are for me. The people who are part of my assignment for me to serve, they will hear me. Because I'm not offensive. I'm not going to run people off. Like, I'm not going to be on here without a shirt on, saying crazy stuff, right? So those aren't issues. But of all those other things that I named, if any of those things that I say I do prevents you from hearing my message, in other words, like my hands are ashy. I forgot to lotion my hands. But like if any of those things for you are more important, you can see my book in the video. If any of those things are more important than the content of my message, that just means you're not a part of my assignment. It's okay. Find you another somebody to watch and enjoy them. Because the information, so I do believe, I don't know if it's in the Bible. I don't think it's in the Bible. Sometimes you can hear sayings in the culture so long, and if it's good stuff, did that come from the Bible? Because a lot of stuff come from the Bible. Y'all don't even know came from the Bible, and the culture is just using it up. But anyway, I was going to say, see, I forgot what I was going to say. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I forgot what I was going to say, because it was a small point. It wasn't a major point. And I forgot it, because I don't have notes today, but I'm making this point. Everybody's not for me. I'm not for everybody. Everybody that is for somebody, anybody, let me put it this way, anybody that is for everybody is for nobody. And so, I may not never go viral. That I don't really care about that. I just need to take care of my family. So whether or not I'm popular won't do that. As long as I create good products, which I do and intend to keep doing, then I'll be fine. But I'm kind of doing this to help some of my, I'm going to say critics, but these are not stranger critics. Like, these are critics who know me, because folk who don't know me, I don't really care anyway. And I don't really care much about, that's the point I'm making this. But I'm saying this, so I'm talking about me, but I'm really trying to help you. And what I want to say is, let me get to the point. You have to embrace you being you. Why? Because you're the only you on the planet. If you don't be you, who you gonna be? And what other person that I heard Dr. Golden say, when you pretend to be somebody else, nobody's there. What do you mean? Well, you're not there because you're pretending to be somebody else. And the person you're pretending to be is not there because it's you, but you're pretending. So nobody's there. So I realize I do better being me. Now, there's some things that I do in life in general that, that the people like. Like, for example, I have on clothes. Like, y'all, I know y'all want me to have on clothes. I got on clothes, right? Y'all want me to be married? I'm married. You want me to practice the stuff that I preach? I 100% do. As a matter of fact, I don't preach stuff I don't practice. And if I'm preaching something and I realize, oh, I'm actually not practicing it, I stop. So my character's good. My content is good. Even though you got to get over my stumbling words and all that kind of stuff, right? I had to learn to like me and embrace me and trust God to bring the folk who I'm supposed to serve. They're going to be right here watching, listening, sitting on the couch or wherever. And all of you who, want to judge, man, he not going to get he ain't Eric Thomas, because he ain't, Brandon Bouchard, and he ain't whoever else. You're 1,000% right. He's Clifton. And if you don't like him, then you won't like me, because we are one and the same. Right? I can only be me. You can only be you. Stop going around trying to fit into all of these little boxes that folk got for you. Man, that's tiring. Yeah, I'm 50, and I've done that a long time in my life. Part of it, early on, it was because I didn't know no better. Like, I was trapped in the people pleasing prison. I was stuck. But now it's just like, it's still people pleasing. It's still, I feel like I'm just not in the prison of it, if I could say that. But I'm tired. I'm tired. And so here's what's going to happen for the rest of my life. Folk who like me, that's who's going to be around. Whether I'm corny, whether I'm funny, whether I'm boring, whether the folk that like me, that's who's going to be around me. Otherwise, y'all going to have to find somebody else to listen to. And the people who know me in real life, find somebody else. Look, I'm good. So anyway, I wanted to get on here to say, I'm not going to dress up on video. I'm not going to be like this all the time. I'm just going to be comfortable, because my goal is not to look good for you. My goal is to help you with your relationships and your life. And I can do that with my mouth. So I'll try to make sure that I'm not distracting like I didn't today, because I really just came in the office and got on here. So I apologize. I didn't check my face. Like, I may have eye boogers. I hope I don't. My face may be ashy. I hope it's not. Right? Because while I'm looking at the camera, I can't see me. I don't have my monitors up. So, but outside of that, like, I'm going to try not to be distracting to you, but I'm going to be me. And I do believe there's an audience for me. All right. Yeah, I can't be you. Like, and I like being me. I think by the way, this is not one of those, like, I'm not really teaching. I think I'm gonna just leave this on my personal page. I'm not gonna put it on my business page, right? Because this ain't business stuff, I guess. There can only be one me. Like, I'm tired of trying to be like other folk. I'm tired of trying to be like other people. I'm tired of trying to be like who other people want me to be. When honestly, a lot of so some of you have made suggestions. The folk you want me to be like, disclaimer, this is going to sound arrogant, but it's not. I can't let the Michael P. Williams come out of me. If I would let the Michael P. Williams come out of me, I would say they can't hold a light to me. Like, they can't carry my shoes. But I can't say that, right? So I didn't say that, by the way. I did not say that. But yeah, man, there can only be one me. There can only be one me. He done got out of jail and he on this boy podcast. Yeah, I'm just saying there can only be one me. You feel me? Y'all want me to do it? I'll do it if you want me to do it. I got bars. All right, hold on. Let me give y'all some bars. This is off the dome. Some bars. I can't think of nothing, but I got something. Hold on. me. So, there can only be one me. Hold on. Give me some bars. Let me get, hold on. I'ma make you think while you sip your drink. You hear what I'm saying? You better not blink. I'ma teach you skills. Get you over that hill. Make sure you pay attention. Can you feel what I feel? I'm a winner. Y'all don't play with me. I'm just being silly on a Saturday. But no, in real life though, this is me, by the way. I'm just be me. So anyway, I got some. Listen, I learned something today while I was riding in the car on trust that I'm gonna share with you. But I'm gonna write it out. I'm gonna put it on some notes because it's gonna be a really good lesson about trust, and it may help you in your life. It was really, really powerful. So I'm here. But I want to show you this book that I'm reading right quick. For all you entrepreneurs, this is the first book that I've ever recommended. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first book I've ever recommended that was not a relationship or life book, like, self-help life book. It's for entrepreneurs. It's a business book. Expert Secrets by can you focus? There we go. By Russell Brunson. Sorry, I could have the name, but by Russell Brunson. And the thing is, I got this book because of trust that was built in somebody else. And then in getting this book, I found someone else, Brendon Burchard, because of the trust of Russell. It's crazy, but I'm gonna share all that with you. I'm not going to share it right now. So anyway, all right, y'all enjoy your Saturday. I'll be back later, hopefully, maybe, if I get a chance to create some content today. But I am going to do part 2 of the. That's another thing. Folks say, "Hey, you got to post once a week. You got to post 3-4 videos a week." When I started my podcast, how often should I do it? Oh, let's just do once a week. Okay, cool, because I know nothing about podcasts. But then when I look at the successful podcasts, like Burchard's, Brendon Burchard's podcast is the number 1 podcast. Number 1. I'm like, wow. And so when I said, let me go see when he posts. He posts like 2-3 times a week. And then Social Proof, which is another huge platform podcast, that brother posts every day. They are literally, now this is not what I'm trying to do, I'm just making a point. They're a lot more influential than me because, they have a big audience and they make a ton of more money than me. I'm posting once a week. I'm finna change that, I think. Because I wanted to post more than once a week anyway, but I know the standard is once a week. Like, I'm not going to run out of content, and I have a ton of stuff to share with you guys. Anyway, I'm going to, do part 2 to the people pleasing because I want to go deeper into it to really help you understand how you have to break out of this prison. It's an absolute must. Let me look at my lotion. This is amazing lotion, by the way. My wife bought this for me. And because I don't drink enough water, my skin is always really, really dry. This is amazing. Anyway, you have to embrace being you. If you don't like you, why do you expect other folk to like you? And if you don't like you, do you know that is arrogant, prideful? As a matter of fact, it's idolatry. Ooh, you never thought of that, did you? You not liking you is idolatry. Why? Because if you don't like you, you have elevated your standards above God's. If God, with his high standards, loves you, why? How did your standard become higher than his? I'll tell you how. Because you are still living a life based on the negative beliefs that were taught to you way back in childhood. And you still think you're ugly. You still think you're not good enough. You still think you can't talk. You still think you're afraid of crowds. You still think you can't do. You still think you don't have any talents or skills. You still think your brain don't work like that. You still think. Stop thinking. Just be. Think about the folk so if you've been on the planet 30 years, definitely 40 years, 50 years or more, think about all the people that you've seen on the planet. Okay? Now think about all the people that you've seen on the planet that you like or admire or listen to, watch, follow, whatever. Are you trying to tell me that all of the people that you see out front, whether it's in the media, movies, whatever, anyone you have seen that has what you have or they are where you want to be, are you telling me that all those people look a certain way, don't have no flaws, know all of their stuff, right? I just saw a story this morning on Nate Robinson. Nate Robinson was an NBA basketball player. The NBA in this country is the highest level you can play at, right? Nate Robinson was 5'9". He was my height. Now on the court, he looked like he's 3 feet, but that's because everybody else is giants. 5'9". I just learned today that brother played 11 years in the NBA at 5'9" with a kidney disease. I was watching this documentary, well, the intro to this documentary. I think he's in his 30s now because he's retired now. He's in his 30s, I think, maybe 40, I don't know. But his kidneys are failing. You know, when your kidneys fail, you pretty much die. Like, they can keep you alive for a little while, but you're not going to be here long without kidneys. But he was in the NBA with kidney disease. So for all the folk who say, for all the parents who got kids and say, I need to be tall. He was 5'9". Yeah, even if I get a look, ain't nobody gonna choose me. He played in the NBA. My time in the NBA, if I make it, it's gonna be short lived. He played 11 years. Yeah, but Nate was like ripped and strong, and he could jump out the gym. Yeah, but he had kidney disease. I texted my son after I saw that this morning. I said, son, don't let your weaknesses become excuses, right? And what I'm telling you, don't let what you think about you become who you try to be or try to avoid being. And going back to what I was saying about all the folk, if you list all them, people love people because of who they are. And watch this, the folk who don't love those people, whoever they are, whoever you think, whoever don't love them for who they are, they ain't in their circle. There's nobody on the planet that everybody's going to like. Do you know? So when Michael Jackson died, that's the biggest public figure that in my lifetime, in my opinion, that has died. The whole world knew. Like, that's crazy. Like, you from this little town in Indiana. I always thought what his mom thought, like, man, your child grew up to be known by the whole world. But when he died, I promise you there are folk that did not like Michael Jackson. To this day, don't like him. Prince, whoever y'all think, Beyonce, whoever y'all think, and I'm just naming folk out of the media. Everybody don't like them, which means everybody ain't gonna like you. If you need everybody to like you, for you to be you in trouble on this planet. Now, another one, I don't know. But as far as being an earthling, you better get over that and live the life God gave you to live. Like, are you saying God messed up? He gave me one arm shorter than the other. I can't do nothing. Bro, you ain't... Excuses. And all I'm telling you is, you're hurting yourself. It's your life. What are you going to do with it? At the end of your life, ask yourself this question, and I'm going to let you go. And I'm only letting go of the folk who are actually in my assignment, because y'all still watch. Anyway, ask yourself, at the end of my life, what do I want to have accomplished? At the end of my life, will I have lived a life that matters? Let me tell you how to live a life that matters. This is the last thing. This is the last thing. Let me tell you how to live a life that matters. Live authentically. Love authentically. And be happy. By happy, I mean smile as much as you can, laugh as much as you can, right? But love as many people as you can. Make as much money as you can. As a matter of fact, like Dr. Myron says, use the money to love the people, right? But you're not going to live your best life if you don't serve people. But you're not going to serve people at the highest level if you don't embrace who you are. I don't care if you got, all your teeth or no teeth. I don't care if you got 7 degrees or no degrees. Embrace who you are. And like, there are tons of stories of folk who came from nothing to something. And you say, yeah, but that's them. You'll always find a caveat. Yeah, but they white. Yeah, but they daddy had this. Yeah, but excuses. I'm gonna tell you a secret that you probably never heard this before. But this secret will set you free. I don't know why we don't tell more people this. Okay. Here's the secret to next level achievement. If you embrace this belief, I'm telling you, it'll change the game for you. Here it is. On this planet, there are no superhumans. There are no superhumans. So that means then all of the people that you see doing superhuman things are regular humans just like you, with a regular brain just like you. Now, if you're still making excuses, I mean, I kind of think you don't want to be successful. And I ain't talking about money, I'm talking about in your life. You know how a person is successful? Doing what they were put on the planet to do. You were not put on the planet to worry. You were not put on the planet to be someone else. You were not put on the planet to try to please everybody. You were not put on the planet to be a chameleon. You were put on the planet to be you. So be you. I'm going to be me. Because you know why, right? Because there can only be one me. Ain't nobody going to be like me. And that's just what it is. And I'm grateful for that. All right. You guys, I hope my nose ain't ashy because it feels really dry. Anyway, where's the stop button? All right. So this was a fun session. Enjoy. So I'm just preparing y'all. So the folk who are not a part of my assignment, when you see me dressed like this, which probably won't be often, but whatever, just say, there he go. That's why he ain't gonna be successful. Yeah. Take your criticism, your comment, go over there in the corner, and we all good. I promise you. Can I promise? If I can't promise, I'm saying more than likely, there's some other folk out there that you can listen to. Oh, that's what I was gonna say earlier. Like the stuff that I'm sharing, I put my mind, my twist, my experiences on it. But there's when I was talking about the quote that I don't know if it's in the Bible, there's nothing new under the sun. That's what I see how I got back to it. Why? Because I'm me. All right, let me stop messing with y'all. All right, y'all have a good rest of your happy Thanksgiving.